Hello, beautiful love light. Welcome to my channel, Heart Rhythm Healing. I'm Jamie. I'm a certified Reiki master and self-proclaimed spiritual maestro. I view myself as a conductor of all of the energetics that exist all around us all the time. Welcome into this space. So I have been a certified Reiki master since 2017. I've been practicing for 6 years, and I started coming into my YouTube channel to share what I was learning about the Mayan Galactic Calendar. So I am very much on a journey and just bringing you all along with me. I do not claim to be the expert when it comes to the Mayan Galactic Calendar. I am learning right along with all y'all and would love to have you comment and share things that you are learning or experiencing, and kind of like the little things that are cropping up. The more that I do this, the more I see synchronicities that are aligning through the flow of, this man-made Gregorian calendar of time, and the lunar phases, and then this Mayan galactic calendar that was sort of reintroduced into our world by Jose Arguelles, I believe in the 80s, is kind of when he really started shaping what I'm currently, what we are learning together, rather. So I am going to dive in. Something that is kind of part of the Mayan galactic calendar, but that isn't really like prevalent, I guess, is like the astrological signs, right? Like that's more of like a separate part of knowledge, I guess. So we have, for those of you who might not know, we have a super new moon that is just in her potency right now, flooding Earth with her energetics, these Piscean qualities that are really being amplified because it's a super new moon, meaning it's super close to our planet. So those new moon energetics are potent and powerful and Piscean right now. And so, Pisces is a water sign, very like emotional and compassionate, and a lover and a healer. So we have all of those energetics that are like, again, just like bursting in mass right now. And I think it's super synchronistic that we also have the White Overtone Mirror day today, because Pisces absolutely allows us the opportunity. It's the two fish, right? Like they're like kind of like swimming around. It's this idea of yin and yang, and like little bits of us are in everything else. And that's exactly what the white mirror points to, is that our world is a reflection of all of the things that are going on inside of us. Our reality is created through our own lens of life and perception and experiences and knowledge and attachments to things, people, ideas, places, right? Like all of those things culminate together to make us who we are, and it colors the world around, sculpts the world around us, right? It's, again, time is art. We are creative beings, and we are co-creating everything around us all the time. Whether we want to admit that or not, we are. And the more that we really anchor into that truth, that universal law, that we are one, all of us, and we are just experiencing that oneness through a multitude of ways. But the more we take conscious control of that, and we really anchor in that idea, the more we're going to be able to create this place on purpose, knowing that we're not just randomly floating through this life, having things bump into us and then vomiting whatever comes out, right? No, like really like allowing things to bump into us and be like, huh, that's really interesting. That bumped into me. I kind of liked it. What do I like about that? What makes me feel good? Why do I enjoy that? What's happening inside of me? Or something bumping in you and being like, no, that was not okay. And exploring that, right? Like recognizing that your version is created by what you, because again, what bumps into you that you get pissed off about might not have an effect on me at all. And it doesn't make it better or worse. You're not better because you get pissed off about something that I don't. You don't care about that thing more. I'm sorry. It's just we have different experiences with that particular vibration and consciousness and idea, or vice versa. Something that bumps into me that really irritates me, you might be like, whatever, Jamie, that's weird. Yeah, you do you. Like, okay, I don't understand why that upsets you, but I mean, it's also like food that we eat, right? Like some people absolutely love avocados. Me, I'm some people. It's my favorite food. I freaking love avocados. And sometimes I tell people, and they're like, ugh, avocados are disgusting. How can you like avocados? It's like, really, dude? Like, why are you upset over something that I fucking love? It's my favorite. Why does that impact you at all? At all? It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. Same with like football teams and baseball teams. Like, who cares? People get so mad. You like that team? Oh my God. Like, seriously, we are so interesting. We really are. We are interesting creatures. And the more we take an interest in why we think and feel and believe what we think and feel and believe and take conscious control of those ideas, the healthier and happier and better we're going to be as a society. Instead of just getting upset because somebody likes a different basketball team than you do. Because we do that. I don't care. I don't really care enough about sports. I like them all. I think that all of those, anybody who plays sports, I am enamored with. Like, you go. Because I think it's pretty cool that human beings even have the capacity to do what they do. I mean, anyway, I don't want to jump into that. Okay, so we're going to dive into the calendar, and we're going to start for my intentions and purposes, we're going to start at the top of the kind of wave spell chain spiral, wave spell spiral, which is the 13-year wave spell. So we are going through a 13-year White Wizard wave spell. We are also going through a 13-day White Wizard wave spell. So those energetics and codings are amplified right now, which is really cool for me because White Wizard is my tribe. It's my people. So diving into the energetics of what's been happening has really been encouraging and enlightening, and I've really been enjoying it. So I haven't been coming into this space, but I've been doing it on my own because that's what learning is about. And I generally take weekends off, and especially this weekend, my son hasn't been feeling the best. So I was in mama bear mode. Yeah, and then it's President's Day, so everyone's home today, and then tomorrow there's no school in my world because there's parent-teacher conferences. So we've got a lot of time with my whole family being here, which is awesome. I love that. I love having all my family. I'm a Cancer also, so I love having my family home. Makes me feel happy and expansive, aligned, connected, for sure. So again, those are just me personally. And then just the energetics of this super new moon are so beautiful. And I hope that you all take advantage of the fact that we are closing a zodiac cycle, because Pisces is the 12th sign within the zodiac, and initiating newness within this. So it's the last zodiac within all of the signs, right? But it's a new moon. So it's a time of initiation and planting seeds of intention for new beginnings and new ideas and new things. So we are literally closing out a cycle as we're planting the seeds to birth a brand new cycle that we're spinning into, beginning the vernal or spring equinox, which is March 21st. And we'll kick that off with Aries, the first sign in the zodiac chart, spiral, wheel. I don't know what you want to call it. Okay, so White Wizard, 13-year wave spell and 13-day wave spell are bringing in the code keys of enchants, receptivity, and timelessness. So to reiterate, enchant, recognizing that your conceptualization of thoughts, words, and actions, and making sure that those things are in alignment, are what creates in your world. That's how you manifest. And the closer you can be in alignment with thought, word, and deed, the faster your manifestations are going to arrive, because you're not sending out confusing signals in any way, shape, or form. You are in pure and complete alignment. And that is where this enchantment, or casting of spells, if you will, this idea of magic and mystery that you intentionally create, happens when you begin to align through thought, word, and action or deed. And that's what the White Wizard offers us, is the magic of really bringing those things together. Abracadabra, which is, it's a magic word, right? Like when you want to create something, it's abracadabra, and it translates, I think it's Arabic. Don't hold me to that, because it might be Aramaic, but I think it's Arabic. I'm pretty sure. But again, I'm confusing those two. So it's either Arabic or Aramaic. However, I'm pretty sure it's Arabic. Abracadabra translates into, with my words, I create, or with my words, I influence. So again, that's enchanting, right? Like abracadabra, I'm creating with my words, and your words originate in thought. And as you think about something, and then you start to speak about something, pretty soon you're going to start to do those things. So the more that those things can really truly be in a crystal clear alignment that harmonizes, the faster you're going to activate and vibrate the things towards you to help you bring that thing to actual fruition, to receive, right? You're open to receive. So you're aligning to create that clear channel to receive everything that you need, right? That's White Wizard. Enchants, receptivity, and then timelessness. Time is going to happen anyway. Like, just enjoy and allow the process, and recognize that you are flowing through this beautiful spiral. Time is not linear. We're going around and around and around, and we're experiencing things over and over for our benefit, so that we can learn and grow and develop and elevate out of that, like to float like in a tornado, right? Like you can move up, and you can spiral up, and you can spiral down, and it's all a choice. So that's White Wizard, and it's amplified right now during this next few days. So what do we have left? We're on day 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days left of the amplification of those energetics. This really beautiful opportunity to gain clarity and really tune into the alignment and harmonization with our highest expression of self, or our essence self. Then we're in the 4th year of this 13-year wave spell, which is the year we find us in, the red self-existing moon. So this whole calendar is dedicated to the red self-existing moon year that wraps up on July 25th, 2023. And again, I really feel like it's the bringing together the divine union of the divine feminine and the sacred masculine aspects of this red self-existing moon. So we have the red moon tribe, which brings us the code keys of purifies, universal water and flow. And then we have the self-existing tone of creation that brings in the code keys of define, measure, and form. Again, very divine feminine and sacred masculine qualities, in my opinion, and they're merging together this entire year. Then we have this 65-day season that we find ourselves in, and that is the White Northern Dog season of heart, offering a beautiful opportunity for you to learn about your emotional body and the lessons that it's seeking to teach you, unpacking emotional patterns that you find yourself stuck in a loop, right? Because it's a spiral. And learning what you need to learn so that you can elevate out of that. You can spiral up out of that. Sorry, I got hair wrapped into my hand. And then, yeah, any the feelings that are coming up for you, that's our superpower. It's a beautiful way for us to learn about the things that, again, are like when something bumps into us and we get angry, unpack that. What's the lesson in this for me? Why am I so angry about this thing? Do I want to be angry? Is it serving me or serving the other? Or does it not really need to impact me and my peace in any way, shape, or form? We begin to really look at that during this White Northern Dog season of heart. And the code keys of the white dog are loves, heart, and loyalty. And then we have the red Eastern Castle of Turning. Again, I really feel like under this super new moon in Pisces, this is a beautiful opportunity to draw on those energetics and allow those to begin to till and turn the energetic soil so that when you plant your seeds of intention in this new moon, it is fresh, soft, broken apart soil so that those seeds have the best opportunity to grow roots and to begin to sprout. And this is a time of regeneration and rebirth and regrowth. Anything that you are ready to let go of, allow it to die. Till that into the soil and use that as the nourishment and sustenance to plant your seeds and help them to cultivate and grow deep, strong, secure roots for whatever it is that you're seeking to create. And we're doing that during this red Eastern Castle of Turning. This very it's a time of it's the court of birth, and it's a time to initiate seed. So it's a perfect opportunity for us to be flowing into springtime, right? In fact, I wonder when that, hang on, bear with me. I want to find out when we go from one castle to the next. Is that it? Yep. So that will be Monday, March 27th is when we spiral into the White Northern Castle of Crossing. And I will dive deeper into that as we get closer and do a video about the White Castle of Crossing, just like I did for the red Eastern Castle of Turning. So there is a video if you want to dive deeper into that about the red Eastern Castle of Turning and sort of the ideas and energetics and spirit guidance that I received around those energetics when I dove into it a little bit deeper. Then we have the lunar cycle that we're currently in. We're in the 8th moon of this red self-existing moon year. That is the galactic moon of integrity. So it's the galactic tone of creation that we are flowing through. And those code keys are harmonize, model, and integrity. So this idea of, again, harmonizing with your highest expression of self, really flowing into crystal clear clarity of who you're here to be and modeling that. And integrity is about complete, feeling complete and whole, knowing that you are in the driver's seat of your vessel. As soon as you choose to take the reins, as soon as you choose to take the wheel, take control of your vessel, it's yours. But you can let go of the wheel. It's a crazy way to live through, to drive, right? Imagine driving down the road and just letting go of the wheel and seeing where it goes, right? That's how people live their life. Like, yep, hands off the wheel. Like, I'm just going to go wherever life freaking moves me. And you absolutely can do that. However, you can also put your hands on the wheel and take control. And I invite you to do that. And again, that's something that I do in my 2 online spaces. So my free space that I would love to have you come into and just experience for a little while is the harmonic.us. In fact, just this morning, I did a grounding meditation within that group because I really feel like we needed to anchor into Mama Earth under these Piscean energies. Again, this is a time of planting and rooting and really like sinking those roots in. So if you want to check that out, that's at the harmonic.us. There's a link in the description box. And then also I have a subscription group where I send that life force healing energy every single day to everybody in that space. And then I go live in that space every Tuesday. And I do a weekly card pull every Wednesday in that space. And I would love to have you in those places. It's so that we can continually, consciously, on purpose, cultivate that clarity and harmonization with our highest expression of self. That's why that group was created. It's what every energetic fingerprint within that space is all about you harmonizing with your highest expression, whatever that looks like. I don't want you to do it my way. I want you to do it your way. And I have created sacred medicine space for you to come in and tune into your own heart to begin to vibrate and align with whatever that is. So if that's something that resonates with you, please click on the link. Come join me in the harmonic.us. I would love to have you there. So harmonize model integrity is the galactic moon of integrity. Then we are in that 13-day white wizard wave spell that I talked about. Again, those code keys are enchant, receptivity, and timelessness. And that brings us to today, the White Overtone Mirror. So I'm going to talk about White Mirror. I'm also going to talk about the overtone tone of creation. I'm going to read the daily affirmation, which is written in the description box below if you want to follow along. And then I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the qualities of White Mirror through astrodreamadvisor.com, which is also linked in the description box below. If you like following along with me or you want your own calendar for whatever reason, there's a link to this calendar in the description box below. It is linked to Miss Cassia's affiliate account. If she still even gets that, I don't even know. But that's the link. It still takes you to be able to purchase the calendar regardless. But if she can get a little kickback from that, I want her to, because she is the reason that I even know about this calendar to begin with. And she's a fellow YouTuber. Check out her channel. It's Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. She's freaking awesome. I love that woman. And I don't even know her in person. I only know her through the internet, which is just crazy to me. But I feel like she and I would get along. Who knows? Oh yeah, I want to talk about the lunar phase. So before I launch into the daily affirmation. So at the back of the the last page of the calendar, right here, there are these lunar phases. This is what I'm going to reference right now because we're in the new moon. All right, new moon. The the top heading words that are right here are instinct, new beginning, and seed. And then some like subheading words or code keys are emerge, renew, generate, plan, establish, initiate, awaken. What within you needs to awaken? How can you awaken a little bit more to authenticity, integrity, if you will? All right, we're going to read White Mirror, which is the 18th solar tribe. This is the glyph. Right here. White Mirror. That's probably better. Okay. White is associated with the direction north, and the code key refines. So what is being refined within you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, energetically? Dive into that. Unpack that for yourself. The code keys are reflex, endlessness, and order. The quote comes from Anais Nin, one of my favorites. Not my favorite, but not my favorite, but it's one of my, I love this quote, is we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. And the more that people really anchor into that, the more that your own individual experience is going to make sense for you. As human beings, we hold many perceptions about ourselves, others, and the world around us. While it appears these viewpoints are founded on evidence and experience, all perceptions are actually reflecting the climate and contents of our own psyche. As Jungian scholar Paul Levy shares, quote, "The universe is a divine inkblot. We are the source of meaning in this inkblot. The universe is very malleable, which means it can be shaped into whatever you want to shape it into. And the way that we interpret this universe has a creative potency on how this universe manifests." End quote. In recognition that all perspectives are relative to the orientation of the viewer, White Mirror allows all points of view their validity. Even in the face of seeming oppositions or contradicting beliefs, Mirror understands all opinions to be subjectively true. Knowing within this holographic universe, there are no fixed absolutes. In essence, it is this endless diversity of reflections which composes the mysterious order of the whole, the many facets of the one. White Mirror invites us to delve into the source of reflection and polish the mirror of our mind that we may see from the deepest clarity we are capable of. In this way, all occurrences in our lives can be used to see ourselves more clearly. I want to read that again. White Mirror invites us to delve into the source of reflection and polish the mirror of our mind that we may see from the deepest clarity we are capable of. In this way, all occurrences in our lives can be used to see ourselves more clearly. So it's for us. It's for you. No one else. It's for your benefit. It's for your learning and growth. No one else. We don't have control of how other people show up or think or behave. We only have control over what we do. Take conscious control. Choose who you want to be, beautiful love light, and make no apologies. Go be that. If you don't want to get mad at people over dumb stuff, don't. It doesn't mean that you have to have them in your life, right? Like you don't have to put up with their toxic bullshit, but you don't have to allow it to intoxicate you either. As an ongoing meditation of self-reflection, ultimately, as we walk through the reflections, we can enter into the greater reality, the truth beyond the hall of mirrors, into the divine order which pervades all. That's something else that Piscean energy is potent with, and that is alignment with divine will, or in this respect, divine order. The end quote comes from Rumi. I love Rumi too. Like all of Rumi. Rumi, love them all. Quote, "We are the mirror as well as the face in it. We are tasting the taste this minute of eternity. We are pain and what cures pain. We are the sweet cold water in the jar that pours. Love it. All right, so now we're going to dive into the overtone, tone of creation, tone 5, 5. Those code keys are empower, command, and radiance. What's 111? Oh, shoot. Don't mind me. I was trying to capture the fact that I just saw repeating numbers, but I missed it, which is fine. It wasn't meant to be. I know I saw it. Empower, command, radiance. The quote comes from The Mayan Factor, which is a book by Jose Arguelles. The principle, quote, the principle of the center governed by the number 5 allows the order of 4 to move as the seasons move around a common solar center. End quote. Tone 5 is the principle of center, which animates the world of form. Understanding the 13-tone wave spell as a sequence, the radiance of tone 5 amplifies the form structured by tone 4. So remember, this whole year is a tone 4 year. Measured and defined, form is secure and ready to be radiantly shared with the empowered expression of tone 5. So everything that's being defined, measured, and formed up until July 25th, 2023, when we launch into the next year, the Galactic Mayan Calendar year, all of next year is going to be about this. Radiating, radiantly sharing the empowered expression that we cultivated, that we defined, measured, and formed, right? This year, that's going to be radiantly expressed all of next year. So if you do it consciously, we're flowing into some pretty potent, powerful energetics to make this world exactly what you want it to be. And the more you do that consistently, focused, the better positioned you're going to be. So again, if you lack that consistency, I would love to invite you to come into my group. That's what it's for, is to keep it weekly, consistent, right? That accountability. Because the more we remind ourselves of, oh yeah, that's where I want to be, because we're going to fall, we're going to fuck up. It's going to happen. I do it. So why not keep each other accountable and have this beautiful high vibe space, healing space, medicine space to do it all? Just love it. Okay. All radiance emanates from a center point. Your heart. Every individual has a personal center, a place of strength and stillness in the core of one's being, a point of autonomy and authenticity, an inner sphere of fearless, egoless self-love. This center connects us to the Earth's holistic connection between our inner and outer world, bringing an overtone of empowerment to all that we do. Tone 5 provokes us to connect with our truth and radiate that knowing. When we are in command of our own knowing, when we are harmonizing with our highest expression of self, that radiance expands into the environment and empowers others to discover and shine their truths. Beautiful love light. That's why I tell you to shine. Shine your truth. Identify it. Embody it. Trust it. And fucking shine that everywhere you go. Please. And if you want, if you want help with that, please come into my space. I would love to have you there. Tone 5 embodies the power of nonlinear radial time. Overtone directs. Focus on the heart of the matter. Navigate as though you are shooting a film out of sequence. We affect all aspects of our experience by centering in the ever-present now, that divine, generous present moment. Now is all we have. Center the mind in stillness. Center the heart in love. Center the body in breath, and you will find yourself centered in the cosmos. That's going to be all of next year, y'all. How exciting is that? All right, we're going to read the daily affirmation, which I really liked this one today too. I empower in order to reflect. Commanding order. I seal the matrix of endlessness with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of death. So why this spoke to me so much today is it honestly connected when it was guided by the power of death. Because again, we are closing an energetic cycle cosmically through the zodiac sign. And as we, rotate around that through that zodiac sphere cycle, right? It's all cyclical. Everything is a cycle in our world. Everything, life and death is a cycle. Birth, rebirth, death, whatever. Birth, death, rebirth. So when I realized like, oh my goodness, that's awesome that we are guided by death on a day that the new moon is peaked. Things need to die. Let them decompose. Let them go with love and gratitude for all of the lessons. It's time to release, shed all that no longer mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically, and spiritually no longer serves you. Let it go. Set the intention to begin to just slough that stuff off every day. Something new is just going to slough off, right? Like when a snake outgrows its skin, that skin doesn't just, sometimes it comes off in one smooth piece, but that's rare. It usually like sloughs off bit by bit. Allow the sloughing off to begin to take shape. Guided by the power of death, allowing what needs to die to die. So I empower in order to reflect, commanding order. I seal the matrix of endlessness. So this was the other part that really like resonated with me. This matrix of endlessness. Again, these spirals are endless. They keep, what is it? The song by Edie Brickell. The wheel keeps on turning and turning and turning, and nothing's disturbing the way it goes around. The wheel keeps on turning and turning. Endless. Endlessness. With the overtone tone of radiance. Beautiful love light. What do you want to radiate out into the world? Decide. All right. So now we are moving on to the link to Astro Dream Advisor, where I'm going to read about day 5. The white mirror qualities. We're going to dive a little bit deeper. So what is my core purpose? What is your core purpose, love light? White mirror qualities. Reflecting others back to themselves. Endlessness. Shattering truth. Clarifier. Spiritual warriorship. Discrimination. Timelessness. Clarity. Hall of mirrors. Sword of truth. Facing shadow. Integration of paradox. White mirror represents the Hall of Mirrors, where you can face your own reflection and see the truth about yourself. As a mirror, white mirror merely reflects what is, whether truth or beauty of illusion. That doesn't really make sense. White mirror merely reflects what is, whether truth, beauty of illusion. Here you can face unfinished business, the dissonance of difficulties, or charged issues that would keep you from the full expression of your divinity. The white mirror, this The energetics of White Mirror are the perfect place for you to explore and unpack those, where you can face unfinished business, the dissonance of difficulties, or charged issues that would keep you from the full expression of your divinity. Become aware of any illusions or distortions within yourself. Your clarity of perception will transform them. Take a moment to see yourself as you actually are. Are you happy with that person? It's okay if you're not, because you do have the power to change it. You just have to decide and release the attachment to who you've been to become who you are. Love the fact that you created that persona to protect you, to help keep you safe. But if it's no longer serving you, then it's no longer keeping you safe. Or maybe it's keeping you safe from yourself. Do you need to be kept safe from yourself? And if not, maybe it's time to release all those old ways of being. Let them die, guided by the power of death. Become aware of any illusions or distortions within yourself. Your clarity of perception will transform them. Trust yourself, love light. Take a moment to see yourself as you actually are, shadow and all, freed from the maze of mental illusion. Love, forgive, and accept you, just like you would your best friend or a loved one, right? Like, I'm sure that you find forgiveness in your heart for those that you love and care about deeply. Include yourself in that mix. You are being given the gift of insight with this white mirror. Use the world and other people as mirrors for your discovery process. When you get triggered, that's an invitation to explore what just blew up inside of you, what landmine just went off, and why. Does it serve you? Is it healthy? Is it a healthy expression? How can you shift that? What do you need to release and give gratitude for in order to learn and grow out of that, so you stop that cycle of a behavior or emotional or mental pattern that you just don't want to cycle through anymore? And this is all you. You get to choose. You get to decide what that is. If something serves you, keep it. I'm not going to tell you to let go of anything that you need. What I'm saying is take the time to explore and decide, is it truly necessary? Is it truly serving you? Or is it rooted in fear, anger, rage, depression, anxiety, grief? What are you anchoring it to? And again, I want you to do it with the high vibrational things too. Why? Why did that thing just elicit such a feeling of joy or love or whatever inside of you? What do you need to give yourself so that you do that and you don't require anyone else to provide it for you, if that makes sense? So use the world and other people as mirrors for your discovery process. Experiment with letting go or taking the other's viewpoint. That doesn't mean you have to do it forever, but try it on. See how it feels. What does that mean for you? Does it resonate or does it not? Step into the other side of the mirror. Use the sword of discernment to cut away judgment of self and others. In the Hall of Mirrors, there's no good or bad, no right or wrong. There is only the reflection of what is. As you learn to see yourself, you begin to see your emotional reactions as signs indicating where to focus your awareness for growth. Again, using those triggers, those emotional reactions as signs, showing you where you need to learn and grow, if you want to. Free will choice, beautiful love light. You have choice. Always, in all ways. Take control of the wheel. White mirror can represent either the trap in the Hall of Mirrors or the key that turns the mirror into windows. In using white mirror as the key, you can discover the gifts of integration within your shadows. The aspects of self that you consider weaknesses, flaws, problems are actually your allies. Through your desire to be whole, a bright spotlight shines on the very areas that you usually try to hide. If these shadow places are worked with, transformed, and honored, the illusion of mirrors is transmuted into windows. Then you can walk through the mirror into the greater reality. And now I have Tom Petty. Into the great wide open, under the skies of blue, out in the great wide open, a rebel without a clue. And is it really that bad to not have a clue? What if you're just experiencing and enjoying life as it is, learning as you go, not being attached? I'm sure that's terrifying for people. I know it is for me. It terrifies me just a little bit, but I'm seeking to expand into it. Try it on, test it out, see how it feels, see where I need to pull back and where I can continue to expand, because that's what it is. We live in an energetic world. We live in places and spaces where we get to expand and contract, and they all hold lessons for us individually, especially when we allow that to be the case. Beautiful love light, thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I appreciate it more than you know. Your time is precious and creative. It's the most beautiful gift that we can share with one another. And so I am in deep gratitude to you that you continue to tune in and listen. If this is your first time and you're still here 46 minutes in, consider subscribing. Odds are you're going to want to get more value from this as I continue to unpack these energetic days as I have time. I would love to hear your what you think and feel about it. If you want to know your own galactic signature, again, I'm a white spectral wizard. There's a link in the description box so that you can check out your own galactic signature. I would love to know what that is as well. As this tribe builds and grows, I want to know who else is in this space and what you're learning and what's resonating with you and what's not. And I just am very thankful that you're here, beautiful love light, going through this experience with me right here, right now. It is such a beautiful, powerful time to be alive, especially from an energetic perspective. If you like this, consider tapping or clicking on the thumbs up for me. Yeah. Anyway, beautiful love light. Until we meet again, go shine. Go shine your beautiful, bright love light. I love you. Bye.